recording.
Recording? Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Let's do it. Oh my ear. Sorry. Okay, this is all of the places we shipped to in the US in 2022. So Dustin's gonna read them off, I'm gonna pin them.
Okay, we're starting in alphabetical order. We are going to Arizona, Scottsdale. One order to Scottsdale in 2022. Phoenix. And next we have Avondale. Almost Phoenix.
Almost.
Now we're heading to California. Up first, we've got San Diego.
San Diego.
Saint Diego. Next up, Los Angeles.
LA.
Next up, we've got San Jose.
You know what the capital of California is?
If I had to guess, I would say Los Angeles.
It's not.
What is the capital of California?
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Okay.
Okay. Did you do Santa Barbara?
Nope.
Santa Barbara. Next to another San Francisco. San Jose. And that's it for California. Next up, we're heading to Colorado.
6 in California, that's pretty cool.
And we got Parker, Colorado. Fun fact, Denver is a sister city to Calgary, where we shipped that from. Okay, and that was the only one in Colorado.
Okay.
Next, we're going to Connecticut. Next, we're going to Delaware. We got Wilmington, Delaware. We are getting a geography lesson today.
Sure are.
Next, we're heading all the way down to sunny Florida. We've got Gulf Breeze, Florida. We are heading to Georgia. Beautiful. Next, we're going to Atlanta. Next up, we've got Mableton.
Mableton, I know I put that one in. Where's
Mableton, Georgia. That'll be right outside of Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's the only pin. Okay, that one's already been in. Next is Carrollton. A lot of sweaters going to Georgia, funny enough. It's in the map already. And last in Georgia, we've got Statesboro. Now the pins are a little tricky because we're putting them into wood. We need to invest in some cork. Oh, he's got the hammer. All right, next up, Illinois.
Illinois.
Stokey. Next we got Chicago, Illinois.
Heard of it?
3 to Chicago this year. Off to Indiana. We've got Columbus. Columbus, Indiana. I thought Columbus was in Ohio, but I guess there's a Columbus. And then we have Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Coralville, Iowa. 23-hour and 3-minute drive.
Not bad.
If we were to leave currently right now. That is the only one in Iowa. We're off to Kentucky. We're going Lexington, Kentucky. We are headed to Maryland.
Maryland.
All right, that's all in Maryland. Now we're off to Massachusetts. We had 2 to Towson. First up, Boston. Next up, we got Marlborough. Next up, we got Linfield. You ever been to Boston?
No.
It's a great city.
Have you?
I have. Went to Montreal Canadian Boston Stanley Cup game. Being Canadian, of course, my father wore his Montreal Canadiens jersey, and after the game, immediately took it off so that he wasn't harassed. Next up, we got Jamaica Plain, Lowell, Michigan. Next up, St. Clair Shores. Up next, we've got Southfield, Michigan. It's very close to Canada. Prior Lake, Minnesota. That is just outside of Minneapolis. Kansas City, Missouri. All right, we're heading up to Montana. This one's closer to home.
Oh, here we go.
Billings. Now that one's a little bit more reasonable. It's only an 8-hour and 41-minute drive. All right, we're going to New York. Woo! Astoria, New York.
That should be it here.
Now we're heading all the way down south to North Carolina.
Wait, so we have one in New York?
We do.
South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
All right, next, Greensboro.
Oh, Greensboro. There you go.
Close to Raleigh. North Dakota. Next, we got Dickinson. Next, we got 2 to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay, I got that one.
Already got. Next is Chagrin Falls.
Beautiful place to vacation.
Next up, we're going to Oregon. West Coast.
Here in Portland?
Next up, we've got Portland. Next up is Harrisburg. Next up, Philly, Pennsylvania. Next up, we're heading to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
We've got Dalzell. Sumter. That's it for South Carolina. Now we're heading to South Dakota. All right, next up, we're heading to Tennessee. Next up, over to Texas, Dallas. After that, we got Houston. Houston, Texas. After that, we've got Katy. Pflugerville is it's very west of Texas, north of San Antonio. Next up, we've got one in Austin, Texas. And the last one's San Antonio. Got every major city in Dallas covered, except for Fort Worth. A lot of Calgarians living down in Texas. Oil and gas, going back and forth. Next up, we're going back to the East Coast. We're heading to Virginia. All right, back to the West Coast. Seattle, Washington.
Got that one?
Got that one, been there. Enumclaw, south of Seattle, east of Tacoma near Buckley. Is anyone up front? Another one for Seattle. That's all of Washington. Okay, we're down to the last two states. Wisconsin. Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Oh, Stevens Point. Something like that.
Next up, we've got Colfax. Next up, we got Madison, Wisconsin. Next up, we've got Monona. And that's it for Wisconsin. Last one up, we're heading over to Wyoming. We've got Cheyenne. That's it.
That's it?
There we have it. We've got the US map wall for 2022. We don't have any orders from 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, which we would have shipped to. Maybe we'll make another one of those videos for all of the orders we've ever shipped to the US. I'm willing to bet we are almost at 50 states for our entirety. So let's cross all those 50 states next year. Thanks for tuning in.
There you have it.